Guys, today I am going back to my roots as an RC guy. My RC journey started out in 2003 at Craft House Hobby Shop, and I bought a brand new 2003 2.5 T-Max. 2004, I bought a brand new MGT 21. But 2004 is also the year I opened up my auto repair shop. And guess what, guys? I got busy. I played with those cars a little bit, but well, I didn't do anything for quite a few years with RC. So fast forward 2015, a good friend of mine named Matt, rest in peace, he died a few years ago in a motorcycle crash. He's like, man, you got to go check out this new car that just came out. It is called the Traxxas X-Max. Well, I still have that X-Max, but while I was up there, we had a really good week, so I had a little bit of money burning a hole in my pocket. I bought a brand new X-Max, and I bought this Traxxas VXL. And by this Traxxas in particular, this is the exact car that I bought in 2015. I did a few things to it. I upgraded the axles, upgraded the shocks, I put a clipless body kit on it. I put these ridiculously large Power Hobby tires on it, but this thing is a trip. So when this Traxxas Platinum came up on Marketplace with quite a few nitro parts, I drove up to North Palm and I picked it up. Now your Platinum was very much just your VXL-3s, but it had a couple upgrades on it. Upgrades like a center diff, front aluminum steering hubs, rear hubs, blue wheel nuts, yay. But it did come with GTR shocks, it came with a rear sway bar, a clear body, and it came with the BFG tires. But what came out of the box was a freaking disaster. It's got a Mamba Monster 2 system in it. It's got a, let's see if I can get you in here. It's got a Hexfly steering servo in it. This thing is just an absolute disaster. And to make, insult to injury, the receiver in this thing isn't even a Traxxas TQI that it came with. It's a Red Cat. So let me show you what we got to make this car right. So yesterday I went up to South Florida's largest Traxxas dealer, Havoc Speed. And what I picked up a new TQI 2-channel radio, picked up the Valenion VXL-3s 3500 kV motor, picked up a 2080 or 2075R steering servo, a new center diff because for whatever reason, somebody put a slipper clutch in that. And trust me, slipper clutch on a Slash just doesn't work. Missing the battery hold down, so I got the battery hold down. I got the clipless body kit. I got a beautiful brand new Fox license body for this thing in clipless. And I picked up a set of the original tires. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna strip out this motor and ESC. We're gonna get the wheels off this thing. I'm gonna take it next door to the shop. I'm gonna blow all the sand and dirt off this thing. It's not terribly dirty, it's just covered in sugar sand. And no reason to get this thing wet at this point. So let me get her stripped down. So I got her down as far as she needed to be, as far as I want her. And the only issues I found so far is that left rear hub was locked up, and I think I figured out why. Yeah, that's just a whole bunch of sewing thread. But there's no twisted axles, none of the shocks are leaking, none of the control arms are bad, none of the bearings are bad. So I'm gonna go run this to the next door and I'm gonna blow it off the compressed air so we don't get a bunch of sugar sand in what we're working on. And my pure nitro guys, don't sweat it. We are working on an epic Team Associated MGT 28 build, but I'm still waiting on some parts to get this thing on the channel. It always amazes me what a little bit of compressed air can do. Truly amazes. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and knock off this rear bulkhead so we can get that slipper clutch out of there and put the center diff in there that's supposed to be in there. So our first issue, we've got blowed out lower bulkhead screws, but minor. Now all we're gonna do is take a flathead screwdriver and dig those out. And just like that, gentlemen, we have flathead screws. Once those two screws on the bottom are out, these two, and the entire rear bulkhead pops right off just like it wants to. Now I'm gonna use a detail brush to get the sand off that the air didn't get. Once your slipper's out, it just slides out of the differential. You grab your center diff, rotate it in, swap over that bearing, and the whole thing just slides right back together. Although I must admit, trying to look through the camera is rather different. And once you get everything back in, put all your screws back in. So now we're going to put a steering servo in this thing, and what I did is I popped off the inner tie rod ends off of this thing. You center your servo, and it's only 4 screws, and the whole bulkhead comes off. All right, guys, so it's going to be this 2 screws, these 2 screws, and then the bottom screws. You're going to have to disconnect your sway bar. I actually, like a dummy, pulled it off the control arms. I could have just pulled it off of the upper bulkhead. And from there, it's going to separate enough to get your servo horn off of there. Yeah, guys, Red Cat hex fly with Phillips head hardware. That ain't going to get it. Let's put that 2075 in there. 2075R in with the proper hardware. And guys, this is a $50 servo. It's metal, it's digital, it's fast, it's waterproof. And what do we know about $50? Well, 50 is the new 20. So from here, we're gonna leave the dry shaft out, and we're gonna go ahead and unbox that VXL-3s. So our man had none of the right hardware holding this motor to the motor plate. But I went in and got the right hardware, blue Loctite, got the pinion on blue Loctite, so let's go and get the motor in this thing. Motor's in. Mesh sounds amazing. Let's go and get that cover on and figure out where we're going to put this ESC, or at least figure out how it mounts, because we might be missing a mount. Yep, the holes in the chassis line up perfectly with the ESC, which it should, because this is the ESC and motor that's supposed to be in this thing. So let's go and get the radio box in this thing and get her ready to center that servo. After 10 minutes of looking for the radio box, which I couldn't find, I finally figured out that homeboy had it mounted up in the front to try to clear that motor, because he had the ESC there. So let's go ahead and crack open that new radio and receiver. And guys, the transmitter I'm putting in this thing is just a 2-channel TQI top qualifier, which has been around for at least 10 years, maybe a little longer. And these are, to me, I just think they're a solid transmitter. Plus, TQI means they're Bluetooth capable, so you could use your Bluetooth, the Traxxas link on your phone. And more importantly, and this really goes to my nitro guys as well as my electric guys, you give them one of these things in an AM receiver, this thing's $100, now it costs you $65. But in order for the gyro to work, you got to tape this thing down, and Traxxas does supply it with the tape. And in order for this thing to be waterproof, you got to put that little blue gasket in there. All right, so all the electronics are in. Yeah, she's a little loud, but that center diff is a metal spur, metal pinion. And the pinion I use is a Techno, so it's going to take a little bit of time for that to bed in. But this thing's going to fly. So I'm going to go ahead and put the nose back on this thing, and we'll get on to the next step, which is going to be putting the wheels on it. Would you look at that? She's looking a lot like a Slash VXL 4x4. Or is she? Yeah, let me go ahead and pop that front bulkhead back off and put the dry shaft in it so we're 4-wheel drive. Much more better with that dry shaft in there, don't you think? So we actually have a 4-wheel drive. So the only thing I got left to do is I'm going to swap out those clip body mounts for the clipless, which is about easy. They're marked what direction they go. And let's get a body on this thing. And guys, putting these body mounts on is just literally a matter of lining everything up, and voila, you have, now, if you put them in all the way, they work a whole lot better. You have a clipless body. So let's get this thing outside and see if it's any good. And guys, you'd be lying if you did admit that that thing does look good. And that steering servo, all a Slash would ever need. Let's go and get this thing on the ground and try not to hurt this beautiful body. I'll tell you what, guys, this Platinum is a lot of fun, and she is definitely fast. And you can tell the difference between this guy and the old 2015, because the 2015 is what they would call normal center of gravity. This guy's built off the low center of gravity chassis, which means your drive shaft's up, everything's just dropped on the drivetrain. So she does handle quite a bit better. But listen, you know, you take a car like this, it doesn't cost you a whole lot to rebuild it. I mean, if this thing had the original drivetrain and a good servo, and it would have cost me a whole lot less. But I don't really care for castle systems in my short course trucks. I love castles in big old bashers, big old monster trucks, and I do like them in drag cars. But listen, I got to get the rest of my weekend started. We are driving up to Fort Pierce for Mother's Day to my sister-in-law's house, and I may or may not be picking up a Nuovo Nitro motorcycle. I hope that deal works out. Well, listen, guys, I will catch you on the next one.